So, when you think about the music industry, what comes to mind? Probably sold out stadiums, right? Viral TikTok songs, artists on magazine covers. But behind all that glamour, there's this incredibly complex global business engine. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain and find out how the money really flows.
And that quote, it really nails it. This whole thing goes way beyond the artist you see on stage. It's a massive financial system built on copyrights and contracts. It's basically a machine designed to make money every single time a song is played, performed, or even just heard in the background of a store.
And that's the big question, right? We all hear about how artists get paid like fractions of a penny for a stream, which makes you wonder, how does anyone actually make a living? Well, that's just the very, very tip of the iceberg. So let's follow the money. Okay, so let's start with what you and I know best, the digital world. Streaming has completely turned the industry on its head, creating this wild system of tiny, tiny micropayments that happen on a global scale. Every time you hit play on a song, a little payment gets triggered. You can see Apple Music is kind of leading the pack here, paying out about a whole penny per stream. YouTube Music is right behind. But then you look at Spotify, and we're talking as low as 0.3 of a cent. Let's just sit with that number for a second. $0.003. It feels like nothing, doesn't it? It's a tiny fraction of a penny that then has to be split up between the artist, the record label, the songwriters. You get the picture. So, how in the world does that add up to real money? Well, the answer is just staggering, mind-blowing volume. Those little fractions only turn into something meaningful when a song gets played millions or, billions of times. A hit song isn't just a song. It's an engine that turns those tiny payments into a real paycheck. And this isn't just a Spotify thing. Take a platform like YouTube. It's an absolute powerhouse because it makes money from music in so many different ways. An artist gets paid from ads on their official video, sure, but also on the lyric video. And, this is the big one, they get paid from any video some random user uploads that has their song in it, all thanks to a system called Content ID. At the end of the day, it's all about exposure. Getting a song onto a huge, influential playlist like Rap Caviar isn't just about the streams you get from that playlist. It's a force multiplier. It gets you more followers, more fans, and it boosts an artist's entire financial ecosystem. But let's zoom out for a minute, because the actual music file is only one piece of the puzzle. In the modern industry, the artist is the brand. And that brand opens up its own, often very profitable, revenue streams that have almost nothing to do with streaming. For a lot of artists, touring is still the #1 way they make money. And it's not just about the ticket sales. The real profit is often in those pricey VIP packages, the exclusive meet and greets, and of course, that merchandise table that is always completely swamped at every show. And merch, wow, it has become a beast of its own. Because artists can sell it directly to you online or at their shows, the profit margins are just incredible. It's pretty wild. But for some artists, the hoodies and t-shirts they sell can actually bring in more money than the album itself. And here's something you might not expect. What's old is new again. Physical music, especially vinyl, has made this huge comeback. We're not just talking about regular albums. These are premium collector's items. Limited edition pressings, cool box sets, signed copies, they've become a major moneymaker for artists and labels. And beyond their own stuff, artists cash in on their cultural influence by teaming up with other companies. I mean, we see it all the time, right? Collaborations with fashion lines, tech companies, sneaker brands, you name it. These sponsorship deals can be incredibly lucrative, turning an artist's fame directly into a paycheck. So, we've talked about the money you can see, the streams, the concert tickets, the t-shirts. But now we're going to go deeper. We're diving into the hidden machinery of the industry. These are the invisible, complex systems that, believe it or not, often generate the most revenue of all. Okay, this is super important, so stick with me. It all starts with something called music publishing. See, every song actually has 2 separate copyrights. There's the recording, the audio file you listen to, which is usually owned by a record label, but then there's the song itself, the melody and the lyrics, which is owned by the songwriter. Publishing is the business of managing that song. And that song, that composition, it's constantly generating money. The songwriter gets a royalty when it's streamed, yeah, but also when it's played on the radio, when any artist covers it in a concert, when it's used in a TV show, or even when it's just playing over the speakers at your local grocery store. Now, one of the most profitable parts of publishing is called sync licensing. That's just the fancy industry term for when a song gets synchronized with visuals. Think movies, TV commercials, video games, and let me tell you, the paydays here can be absolutely enormous.
I mean, look at this. Getting a song in a small indie film might get you a few $1,000s. Not bad. But getting it into a big national TV commercial? Now we're talking tens of thousands. And a blockbuster movie? You could be looking at $100,000 or more for one song placement. And there's one last piece to this hidden puzzle: performance royalties. Think of organizations like ASCAP and BMI as collection agencies for songwriters. Their job is to track down and collect money every time a song is performed in public. That means on the radio, in a bar, in a restaurant. That song you're hearing in the background while you sip your coffee? Yep, the songwriter is getting a tiny fee for that. So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that the industry isn't some simple pipeline where you buy a song and the artist gets the money. No, it's this incredibly complex, interconnected web. A single song is an asset that can make money in dozens of different ways all at the same time. And this chart shows that web in action. When you stream a song, pretty much everybody gets a little piece. But when that same song is used in a movie, two big fees get paid out: a sync license to the songwriter and a master license to the label for using their recording. And then, if it's played in a cafe, a completely different royalty is triggered. It's one song, but so many different payments. Seeing this whole financial machine, from the tiny fractions of a penny from a stream all the way to these massive sync deals, it really changes how you look at the industry. So the next time you press play on your favorite song, are you going to think about that complex journey the money is about to take? Will you listen differently?